Just reading between the lines on this one. Just random. New York Giants, Eli Manning. The only time I get to hear anything or see anything is when I'm in a store and reading the newspaper, or if there's a TV on or whatever. But AMYAWN, the newspaper, says Eli Manning must, I don't know, it's the New York Giants, okay? It's representing New York, even though they're not even in New York. If he doesn't do whatever and win the game, then he needs to prevent the Giants' season from sinking into oblivion. I'm just going to take that as New York sinking into oblivion. You know what else I love? I love knowing who people are. When they have such extravagant technology and surveillance and stalkingism, the thing that gives it away, though, is when people are possessed, right? And they don't think they are. It's that delusion. God sends a strong delusion in these last days. A very strong delusion. And I mean, I've battled back and forth like, dude, these people they have to know that God's getting ready to just stomp everything. No, they don't. They don't know. They put on a front like they do, but they don't. They absolutely don't. And when it comes to individuals, specific individuals, I can only be shaking my head as I'm sitting behind a computer watching me if I am certain individuals that are like, how the fuck did he know that it was me? How did he know that it was me? I thought I was so slick. But the frustrating part, I mean, it was frustrating at one time. The potential thing that can be frustrating is, but once you grasp the concept, it's not frustrating anymore. It's such a blessing to know, because I've been doing this since I started the YouTube channel. I'm just pointing things out, pointing stuff out that just doesn't make sense. It's not true, but you got paid disinformation agents that will, well, they'll deny. They will never admit it. But the thing is, to those LIs, okay? We'll just call them LIs, because they're lying individuals. To those LIs, you know, how dumb do you have to feel when you know that there's one person on YouTube, right? I mean, maybe there's other people, but the one person that you're assigned to knows exactly who you are, knows all the tactics that, you know, and I've learned it by being deceived. It's definitely being deceived and realizing it sharpens your skills. So to be the LI on the other end, I know you feel stupid, because it's only human nature to feel stupid, okay? But when it comes to these accounts, I know who they are. I know the people that are behind it, like the organization that's behind it, and I know the specific LI who's behind it too. Because if you're not an LI, well, then you would be a TI, and if you're a TI, well, you're going to be telling the truth. Truthful individual. That's all I am. You can say targeted, whatever you want. I'm placed here for this purpose of this fake ass world, and then to get so deep into YouTube and realize that YouTube is actually where the entire world goes to. It's the main platform in the world for actual truth. Now, mainstream media, of course, you know, Trump is he's just a liar. He's just like everybody else is. Trump, the other presidents, whatever they're called, leaders, Putin, you know, because Putin and Trump are really good buddies, even though they act like they're not, but then they act like they are on TV. But the truth is, they're all good buddies. Okay? They all sit at one table and they lie. And the world plays this Bible out, and it's so obvious how blind they are when they're trying to play things out literally. Like I know something's going to happen to Trump. Something's going to happen to Trump. This year, something's going to happen. Most likely this month. I might say that a lot. This month. But it always seems like this month. But it definitely seems like Trump is acting as if he is a truther. He's acting like he's, you know, a Christian, okay? Even though how he talks and what he says and his arrogance and his pride is disgusting. No, you're not, Trump, all right? You're a fraud. That's what you are. You're just an actor. You're pretending you're acting a role. So, yeah, something's going to happen to him where it's either he gets assassinated on TV. He's not really dying until God smashes his freaking skull to the ground, unless he repents. But other than that, he's not truly dying, and he's not going to be truly raptured up, because that's one of the theories that I have, is he's going to be, let's see, if I can guess this script, okay, because it's obvious as to who is what and who's doing what. If I could guess this script, I would say Trump will be assassinated, right? Get shot, killed, whatever, bomb blown up, what, I don't know. And then 3.5 days later, he'll go whew, and get raptured up into the sky. Him and Netanyahu, I don't know, because they're close buddies. Him and Netanyahu, that's what it seems like. It'll be those two, but it's definitely Trump. Trump's gonna be this, because the script is that he dies. That's how I'm reading it in Daniel. Clearly, that he is the one that came in peaceably. He's the one that didn't get the honor of the kingdom, and you know, he's succeeding. He's prospering, and the 401k is so great. Everything's so great. There's so many jobs. The economy's doing freaking fabulous. Yeah, there's so many jobs. When you can get convicted felons to be gang stalkers, hell yeah. It's like they get out of jail like, what? 24 to 45 hours an hour? Yes! There's so many of the citizens on patrol, you know, and the people acting out their roles and playing the street theater. It's so ridiculous, but they're so blinded. And that just brings me back to how the YouTube nation, well, 1/3 of the world logs in to YouTube every day. To about 2 billion people. It's close to 1/3. Maybe, you know, 1/3, 1/4. Either way, it's a lot of people that come to YouTube looking for truth. And I realize that YouTube is, when it comes to the elite, right? The regular people on YouTube are the most famous people in the world. Not to regular Joe over here or regular schmo over there, but to the elite and to the powers that be and to the people that are in charge on YouTube, to the main leading gang stalkers on YouTube that are assigned to certain, I don't know, I'm not sure how that all works yet, but states, cities, neighborhoods. There's people that are orchestrating and telling these clowns what to do when they, Their assignment is to do U-turns in front of you, or their assignment is to flash their lights at you. It's just they have a, or their assignment is to get out of the car and pop your hood and pretend you're broken down. There's someone that orchestrates all these assignments for people. It's pathetic, yes, absolutely, but it's the same as Hollywood producers. These are bad actors, okay, because they hire anybody. So you can be a bad actor. Trump warned us about these bad actors. YouTube people are more famous than Hollywood people. Even Hollywood people know who we are. But regular people, they only know who Hollywood is. But the elite, they know who we are. And we're the most famous people in the world. Two, the most important people in the world that are ruling the world. And that's exactly what my plan was from the beginning, is to get my message to the highest person in charge of the world. And let them know that your plan's not going to work. I'm just flat out telling you. And I know you're not going to believe me. And I know you're going to see for yourself when it happens. Who am I? Nobody. I don't claim to be anybody but a regular human being, right? Even though it's called a reptoid and a creature and a reptilian, whatever. Okay, whatever you say I am, okay? I know who I am. Just a regular person that paid attention to that warning of God's judgment 7 years ago. That's all. I heard it from one person and I listened and I repented like the Ninevites did, because nothing happened that you can see with your own eyes. Nothing literally happened, but spiritually, so many things happen. So when you think we have 1,000 years to go, well, no. You think we have 100 years to go? You think we got 7 years to go? Think we got 3.5? No. How about 3.5 months? No. No. Christmas is coming up. You know, exchanging of gifts. That's one way of looking at this this witness thing. With 3.5 days and exchanging gifts, and then after 3.5 days, because you know 3.5 days would be December 28th, and then after 3.5 days, well, that would be New Year's Day. So that would be a new year and a new world and a new world order and everything. But it's also looking like October 10th is. It's probably going to come and go. It just by the way the elite are, they'll put that, I mean, even though they had that warning out there 30 years ago saying 10/10/2018, and here we are. I mean, something significant might happen on that day, but the more I think about it, I just don't think that the economy will absolutely collapse on that day and then it's the beginning of it. Will it be the beginning of it silently? Yeah. One city at a time, shutting down certain things, some stuff doesn't work for the next 7 days up until the 17th of October. Great earthquake? Great earthquake in Israel or something? I don't know. I'm just trying to guess the script. Once again, just trying to guess what's going on here. I don't even have to watch the damn news. I don't have to suffer doing that anymore. All I got to do is see a clip. Listen to a clip here, or see something in the newspaper there, and just, because everything's tied in together. The sports, the world, because Obama, you know, he kind of interrupted the whole flow of, and thank you, Obama, for being so freaking disgusting. Because of you, I wanted to throw up. It made me sick when you were talking about just forcing people to go. And if you feel like a man today, you feel like a woman, it doesn't matter. You can go whatever bathroom you want to, as to whatever you feel like today. Okay? It's so disgusting and perverted that that's what changed my mind from even watching freaking sports anymore, and just planning for the future. There is no future. Not here. Not here in this plane of Earth creation, whatever we are. You know, it does kind of make sense that North would be downhill and south would be up, and the Earth is it is on a tilt, but it's just not a round spinning ball on a tilt. Because back in the days of Noah, well, he was probably down north somewhere, right? And God just made it rain from the south and let it just roll downhill, like, and just wiped everybody out. I don't know. I'm just saying. Just a theory, because everybody lies about everything. And then now even the airplanes in the skies, certain channels are saying they're just straight up air. It's not even gasoline they're holding. It's air, compressed air, kind of like hovercrafts are, where they can kind of hover there. But then again, that could be another disinformation agent that's saying that so you don't believe that the airplanes are actually images. Because they're so slow, it's like, well, that's because it's compressed air. Well, what about being an image? How come nobody's really specifically saying that on the big channels? Little guys are saying certain things like that. So yeah, Trump's definitely going to get... He's going to be taken away, and I think he's going to act as if he's one of the two witnesses, because he's the most outspoken truther representative, trying to represent a Christian, but yet he has so much pride it's sickening. That God resists the proud, He gives grace to the humble. So when you're boasting about being prideful, okay. New York is absolutely a key factor since 9/11, 2001, and then 17 full years later, and then here comes the floods, here comes the water, here comes the tornado. I mean the hurricanes, the fluoride, and I don't even know what happened to Helene. I'm not sure if it's still out there or not, or Isaac, or whatever. But from that day, that there's, well, when you add 40 days, like, because it's going to be the same as it was in Days of Noah, where it's just kind of like backwards, where you have that warning. You're going to have the warning of 40 days. You're going to have an understanding of a 5-month period from a certain point, whichever date that is. There's a 5-month period, and then there's a 40-day notice, and then there's a 7-day warning. And once that 7-day warning comes about, the windows of heaven are open, and the foundations of the earth do shake. So it's not even about the date anymore. It's literally about, I mean, I'm trying to figure that date, of course, because they're doing the same thing. Everything is mathematics with them. Anybody that's telling you do not attempt to try to set dates, okay? Why not? Why not try to set dates? Especially when you've nailed a few dates with exactly what you thought was going to happen, and it happened. So I'm going to continue with my dates, but I mean, not everybody sets them. But I already know the script, so I have to set the date. I got to try to match up the script with the date. So, you know, October 17th is it's 7 days from the 10th, which the elite is showing us that they're going to start pretty much with the New World currency, right? And because I read between the lines, and because I've talked to certain agents and that were pretending not to be, I get my information too. I mean, I know I've given a lot of information, because when I'm talking, all I'm doing is to speak my mind. I'm telling you the truth about everything. I'm not hiding anything. There's nothing to hide. It's different on the other end, is they have to hide stuff. But again, I understand some certain very important hidden sentences. I can read between the lines of a 2-page letter. And when I read between the lines, well, I know that it's not it's not a woman that, maybe a woman wrote the letter, because it's scribed very neatly. Like someone is a very good scriber when they're writing that letter. Can it be a woman? Can it be a woman that wrote it? Yeah, could be. Could be. But is it a woman's message? No, it's not a woman's message. No, that letter's not a woman's message. Maybe I should read it. I'll just do a video and read it. And read my fan mail. Somebody else sent me a letter too, a while back. I wasn't interested in reading it. Or showing it, or saying anything about it. It was a few months back. Well, when all this other mail started to happen. When I shut the comment section off, and then the demons were they were drooling out of the mouths because they needed to speak, and they had to continue to get a hold of me, so they did it that way. So if I get letters, I mean, if you guys want to send me letters, go ahead. I'll read them. You know, I'll read them if you want. And if you don't want, well, then you're gonna have to state that in the letter. You're gonna have to state that you don't want it read. Because right now I have the freedom to read and expose, and just bring it to people's attention. Like, look, this is what certain people are saying. So when it comes to that letter that was sent my direction, I read between every line, and I've interpreted exactly what the person on the other end is trying to tell me. And basically what I'm trying to be told is, well, I mean, they tried to reach me, but they just couldn't. They just couldn't. As if they tried to come to my house, but they couldn't quite get there, you know. Like something happened or whatever. Like I said something like, who invited you? I don't know, something like that. But it was kind of along those lines where, you know, that free will, and this is why I pay close attention. I listen to everything and everybody, what they say. But when you start getting to a point where you're imposing your will on me, no. You're not going to impose your will on me. Now, when everything's shut down and it's time to come round us up, because that's why we're being watched by everything and everybody all day long, 24/7, because they want to know where you are so they can come get you. That's it. And I accept that. I know that that's true, but I just have a different belief that it's not going to happen that way. It just ain't going to happen that way. Now, when you turn your face to come back to the fort of your own land and round up your own people, something's going to be different. Something's going to be different, and that's when you're going to realize, oh shit, uh-oh. And hey, that's fine, because that's when you'll finally turn to God, you know, the real God, and you'll understand who He truly is, instead of the other way around. But the best part about this is my discernment when it comes to knowing who's who, right, in this zoo of a world. The people or persons that have been assigned to watching my channel, yeah, you've had enjoyment when I was deceived. It was fun while you were playing me because I was deceived for a certain period of time. But then after that final deception that I had to go through, and I made a video, I used the witchcraft, you know, I used that, and just showed that Robin teased, so it was the last time that I'll be deceived, and I meant it. I meant that. I meant that for a reason, because it's the last time that anybody's going to deceive me. Anybody. Now, you don't always have to show your cards. You don't have to show your hand when you understand something. You just go along with the game there. But when it comes to my discernment for the people that have tried to discredit what I'm saying through the comment section over time and or through videos or whatever, well, let's just say the main person in charge of all this, that person knows my heart, knows my ability to discern what's going on like that. And if I was that person, I would be, yeah, I would sit back like, man, that is, how the hell did he know that? I'm like, I gotta give it to him, man. His discernment is through the roof. And I'm trying to pretend that I'm somebody who I ain't, but yeah, you gotta have, unless you're just way too prideful, which is possibly the case. It's probably the case, but even though, I think you still know that one of the main qualities that people look for in someone is their ability to discern bullshit. Let's see what we got here. Anything? Just sitting there. So, to Mr. Man, I'll just call you Mr. Man, Mystery Man, Mr. Man, hey, Mr. Man, Mr. Son of Man. What is your true goal here? Like, I have an idea. Why don't you just make a video and tell me? Okay? No, don't just show the computer and let the video talk as you're recording something. I want to hear what you have to say. You know, speak. Have actual words come out of the video. That way we know we can at least get a sense of who's behind the camera showing the videos there. What is the goal? Well, I'm going to tell you what the goal is. Thanksgiving and Christmas are going to be taken away from us, right? That's the goal. Because there will be no more thanks and no more gifts or giving or something like that. Not sure where exactly it is in the Bible, but I heard it, and I take that as okay. I take that as a hint, okay, a hint, and I also know that someone promised you something. And again, I'm talking to the Li. I'm talking to the Li, the one that wrote the letter, and the one that's sitting there right now like, this son of a bitch. How the fuck did he know that I was this fake-ass account? And then I'm the one that wrote the letter. He's supposed to believe that it was a woman. And his wife is supposed to believe that he's cheating on him. And they were supposed to fight. And she was supposed to divorce him because Peter Pumpkin Eater had a wife, couldn't keep her. Damn it. This second Peter. I'm gonna get you, Peter. Yeah, they can try to mock me all they want with that one, but I'm not Peter. I'm just Robin. I'm just Robin Tease, who has a wife and is going to keep her all the way up until the separation that isn't from us. So if we get separated, well, it's only going to happen for a short period of time. So look, if people are worried about getting rounded up and separated into the FEMA camps and whatnot, just be patient, because when it happens in 2018, if that's the case, if it does happen, the main thing is they want you to go to them first, okay? So to cause this thing that they're getting ready to play out that's going to be worldwide, and it's just going to be so damn tremendously fake as shit, but it's going to be, they're going to make it seem so real. I'm just saying, I've been expecting this for 7 years. Exactly. But the last year, Well, I'm sorry, the last 5 months, it just keeps clicking a little bit more and more and more. Don't let them try to fool you, people, okay? When it comes to dates, they don't want you to set them. I was told I need to stop setting dates. Just stop, don't set any more dates. Okay? I'll set whatever I want to set. Again, that's that free will that I still have at this moment. I mean, I will have it all the way until my death, because that's what I'm going to choose is free will. But when it comes to setting dates, don't let them scare you, okay? Because that is all that they do, is set dates behind scenes. I just set them out in the open. Look, watch what's going to happen on April 7th. It's going to be war. Is going to start on April 7th. Yeah, it started, and that's why all this peace talk and the peace treaties and everything's happened because of that. So I'm right on track with my dates, and we're getting closer and closer and closer. Okay. Even I'm going to show you a video. Ed Bassmaster did a video back in. He heard the warning. He heard May 21st, 2011, and he heard the October 21st, 2011. He did a video about. It's a good one. I'll give him that. He has the tinfoil hat, and he's like, "Are you doing a sale? Because it's the end of the world." It was funny, but even he knows the date. I'll show you the video. Now, the best thing for him to do would be, well, to warn people, because he has like 2 million subscribers. Well, he's not going to, because that's not his MO, and I understand that. But that's fine, because he's part of the church of the Laodiceans, that he'll turn to God, just like everybody else will. When the windows of heaven are open, they'll turn to God, and then in the end, God has something in store for the rest of the elite. I don't know if it's salvation. I think it might be literal fire. I think every tongue will confess. But those tongues, it's going to be too late. So, for the ones that plan on taking people into captivity, just know you're going to go into captivity yourself. For the ones that plan on rounding people up, nah. October is a very important month. And we had that warning 7 years ago, about October 21st. So when these events start unraveling, well, then that's when you know that October 21st would be a very important date to look out for. But we need to see these things happen before then. And if they don't happen before then it's looking like it's